I actually got a little bit of Star Wars stuff to go over with you guys, and I wanted to touch on this because I didn't make a video on this, but I did want to give my thoughts on it, and that's that it's official. Disney's long-standing exclusivity deal on Star Wars games just ended. So there's a lot of games that are kind of being talked about, particularly an open-world Star Wars game. I'm very curious to what that will be. I think that it's great that EA isn't the only company making Star Wars games now. I think that's fantastic. They really kind of dropped the ball with this. Even though Fallen Order is a fantastic game, there's going to be more of these coming. There's a sequel for sure coming. But I think it's great other companies are making games. They're going to do something a little bit more like Marvel's doing. They're a little more hands-on. They're going to give certain style games to be developed to certain areas. Like Ubisoft is, I think they're the ones making that open world Star Wars game. So I think this is great news. I love playing Star Wars games. I've played almost all of them. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about playing some of the older ones that are on Steam. If you want to watch that, link in the description to my Twitch. But anyway, let's get on to some of the other stuff. So I made a video on this a while back, and that's about Justina Ireland, who is an author for Star Wars The High Republic, and she has told fans, hey, if you don't like my politics, don't buy the book. You don't like what I got to say, don't buy the book. Here's the response that she gave to this tweet. Content creators, it used to be common folk wisdom to not share your political beliefs for fear of losing fans. How has the last 4 years changed that? Are you still afraid of losing fans? And then she doubles down on that and then calls people that don't agree with her politically a-holes. This is, of course, a writer for Motherboard, so it really shouldn't surprise anybody. She responds, this is the writer. The problem is, if you don't like my politics and my beliefs and my moral compass, you aren't going to like my books. So let's go ahead and save everyone some time. Plus, there's like an Amazon warehouse or Starbucks on every corner now, and I've had worse jobs. So, YOLO! So cringe. So basically, hey, if I don't make it here, I'm going to stand by my word, and then I'll just go pack boxes at Amazon. So, really doesn't want your business, and I say, good, awesome, I'll save some money, won't buy your damn book. Well, shockingly, if you don't agree with this take, you are now a bigot. This is from the High Republic Archives. Justina Ireland is a fantastic creator and advocate. She does not deserve the harassment she is receiving for speaking out against institutional racism. We fully believe that black creators and voices should be uplifted. Star Wars is for everyone, except bigots. This tweet was not an invitation for you to reply and try to debate us on this. If you jump into the mentions of this trying to justify what's going on, your reply is getting hidden and you're getting blocked. Simple as that. And then anybody that came in to say, hey, maybe telling me that I'm, a piece of trash isn't the best way to get me to buy your stuff. And also, here we go again with the harassment thing. Right? It's not, we're responding and giving our thoughts to this dumb thing saying, hey, if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. And saying, hey, maybe not the best way to do business. That's, of course, now not criticism. That's, as always, a form of harassment. You're not allowed to give your thoughts on these things. You're not allowed to do that. You never have been allowed to do that. And, of course, they throw the hate card down as well because of who the person is. How dare you criticize this person? Are you some kind of istophobe? This is stuff that's been going on for a long time. But now it's really funny because we can actually see in real time how they don't want to debate these things. As you can see, all of these hidden replies, which I think is absolutely hilarious. And then a bunch of people, because it's Twitter, are jumping in and saying, hey, yeah, we agree with what you're saying here. Look, my thoughts on what she said, I'm just not going to buy her book. I'm not going to buy it. No one's throwing any hate at this person. They're simply saying, why are you telling me you don't want my money, which is bad business. I think everyone can agree that's bad business. But, of course, no, it's istophobic. If you go and look at SJW Twitter, that's how it always is. That's an istophobic stance to take. And they're, of course, doubling down on that, which I think it's per usual. But I like highlighting it because of how ridiculous it is. And I think anybody with, 10 brain cells can see, hey, maybe don't tell a big portion of your fan base that they're trash, particularly men. and that if you don't like that, don't buy my books. It's probably bad business. Like, don't go around calling people trash, and don't buy their books unless you're far left leaning. It's not the best way to do business, particularly with a gigantic franchise like Star Wars. You're going to stir up controversy doing that. Why is it crazy that people that criticize that, like, did you not expect people were going to criticize this stance? I don't get it. But there you go on that one. So this isn't surprising, I'm sure. And then there's more stuff on the Civil War at Lucasfilm, which I got to say, the idea of this sounds ridiculous to me. I think it's fun to talk about, and I definitely think that there are some different ideologies there. But this idea of like people hanging out at different lunch tables and like having like walls built in the studio just sounds weird to me. Now, apparently, WDW Pro is saying that there's multiple factions. Now there's a third faction. Listen, I think there's for sure something going on at Lucasfilm. I really do. I just think that this idea of a civil war is really ridiculous at Lucasfilm. I mean, come on. Like, I just don't think the world works like that at a sci-fi franchise. I know it's called Star Wars, but come on. Apparently, the third faction are people that want to keep their heads down and they don't want to get involved, so they kind of cater to the Kennedy faction. Like, I don't know, man. It gets a little more ridiculous every time information comes out on this. Now, don't get me wrong. I think it's fun to talk about this stuff. And I think it's pretty lighthearted for the most part to just talk about it and speculate on it. But come on, don't start throwing new factions in. This isn't like some dystopian world at Lucasfilm. It is a business at the end of the day. I don't think businesses run like this. But anyway, I could be wrong, right? Usually businesses don't tell people to not buy their shit. So I guess, there is that to take into account as well. But anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. I'd like to hear what you think about all of this in the comments below. Give me your thoughts if you would. Also, please like and share the video. Very important stuff. Make sure you're still subscribed. Subscribe if you hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that. And subscribe if you're new.
You can't stop me. I'm a Jedi from Jakku.
Hello there.